Okay, as promised, the prologue. The real first chapter of the story, The Lost Scrolls. I'm chapters in, um, and well, in chapter 1 there was a brief connection. I think there was a brief connection to this prologue, and what this character that is speaking is not lightning dust. So I'll let the revelation take place at Scroll's pace, so it'll be when the actual character signs off on the letter. So, and, you know, this is a letter, see, Dear Princess Celestia. So anyway, Dear Princess Celestia, forgive this old pony for writing to you in your twilight years of retirement. Old habits die hard, I'm afraid, just like these old bones. I want to make it clear up front that I do not, in any way, necessarily distrust your protege, but she is the Princess of Friendship, and you're an ancient alicorn privy to certain, shall we say, less than friendly secrets in our lands. While you may rest, and well deserved, I'd add, evil does not rest, for as long as it does not, neither shall I. I wish I could say my years have been as relaxing as yours. I suppose, in a way, I could say that. I haven't found as many cases to work on, at least not the kind of cases old ponies such as us need to keep in the dark for the greater good of Equestria. But as you know all too well, there are things that go bump in the night. By necessity, there are forces like me who must indeed bump back. While my general time has been more relaxing, sometimes even indulgent, I recently stumbled upon a new brood that is in desperate need of retirement of their own. And yes, I did say is. They very much are on the prowl now at their usual time. After centuries of being hunted, those who have lasted this long can be subtle. Regardless, due to the secret nature of my, shall we say, less than public profession, I am concerned with how I might not be replaced with an apprentice. Makes me wonder which side will outlast the other. In any case, the reason this letter finds you, Your Majesty, is to give some explanation, in case I won't be given the opportunity to write you another. Such is the nature of my profession. As skilled as I might be, there's always a chance that this could be my last case, one way or another. But I'm not a cold or a heartless pony. As much as that could have been useful, it still breaks my heart whenever I have to report such news such as this. For you are the radiant sun, you are the light of Equestria, you are the source of strength I draw upon to deal the final blow on these wicked children of the night, the abhorrent spawn of nightmare. I still don't know if you've given any of this information to your beloved sister. I think I wouldn't know what to tell her in your place. As always, Your Majesty, I defer to your most benevolent and wise judgment, though I do not envy you for your burdens. I never have. That's why I have laboured my whole life lightening some of their burden for you as much as these old bones possibly could. For when I witness the rise of your radiant duns, I always long to imagine that your smile rises with it. I think you meant them, because again, attached to this means it should also be plural, them as just as brightly. I say this unto you with all due sincerity. Your Majesty, light and love of the radiant dun, please be well. Let your worries and burdens ever remain in retirement as much as it can be. While you do, I'll take care of that which yet lurks in the darkness of the night. I will kill your sister. No, never mind that. Ever your beloved and humble servant, Dr. Van Horsling. By the way, I love Scroll's horse puns. They are always a treat. So that was the prologue. A letter written by Dr. Van Horsling, or Van Horsling, looks like. Yeah, my bad. Van Horsling, I should know that because it's a play on Van Helsing. To Princess Celestia, because he couldn't leave her alone in her retirement or talk to Princess Twilight for whatever reason. Made it abundantly clear, let's see. Yeah, I want to make it clear up front that I do not, in any way, necessarily distrust your protege, but she is the Princess of Friendship, and you're an ancient alicorn privy to certain, shall we say, less than friendly secrets of our lands. Now, Mr. Van Horsling, if you've been paying any attention, you will Note that Twilight Sparkle has dealt with a lot of particularly heinous evil, some very powerful foes indeed. I have no idea why you think she wouldn't be able to handle that. Honestly, they would seem to be small potatoes compared to Chrysalis, Tyrek, Sombra, Discord in his evil heyday, Nightmare Moon when she first came back. She's dealt with some of the biggest bads Equestria has ever known. And it's gotten pretty disastrous at times, too. Starlight Glimmer could be argued to be significantly more dangerous. So it just makes it all the more silly then to me that he would cite this in particular as the reason. Like, she's plenty experienced at dealing with evil. She's seen dark, bad creatures doing their thing. I just don't get this. This, honestly, right here it's kind of a weak argument. I feel like a stronger one could be made. She's young. She's inexperienced in other ways. She hasn't seen the completely dark side of Equestria. She's seen only like a hope of bads. Granted, significant bads, but she hasn't really seen, everyday ponies dropping to bad levels. This hasn't had that chance to break her heart. There are other things that could be an argument. This one itself is just kind of weak. So, but otherwise, I like the tone of the letter for the most part. Some of the wording is a little clumsy. Here's another one. Let your worries and burdens ever remain in retirement. Worries and burdens are both plural, right? So I don't know why we used it here. Why we went from two plural nouns to a singular pronoun. I think it should be they. So, these are little small things, but they do seem to slip through the, well, I don't know if you had a proper editor, and I know that I've been gone forever, so, and I'm not guaranteeing whatsoever that I might have picked up on it or not, but, as you see that I have seen something. Alright, signing off, eventually.